So a little bit of context here. Savix had reacted to my video, why gamers prefer FF14 over World of Warcraft. So now it's my turn to react to his video. So let's get it.
Growing up, I was always a huge fan of Final Fantasy, especially 7. From Crisis Core on PSP to Advent Children. Yes, the movie. 10 out of 10.
Hey.
I always knew that the Final Fantasy genre had a strong reputation in gameplay and story. However, when it came to the MMO, Final Fantasy XIV, I thought it was uncomparable to WoW. The god MMO at that time.
At the time, yeah.
But expansions to expansion, WoW kept disappointing everyone.
Yep, Warlords.
The cycle continued, as well as Blizzard never listening to their loyal players.
100%
this is
true.
how the famous MMO lost its reputation.
His narration voice is so good, dude.
Simple steps of what the main problem.
Yo, Savix, if you hear this, dude, your voice is amazing, by the way. Just to throw it out there.
A new expansion.
Very good, very good.
And the beta is released. Players spend countless of hours on beta, testing the game out and pointing out all the problems that exist. The game is now released, and the problems are still there. For months and months, players keep pointing out to Blizzard that this must be changed, but it is
and they don't listen.
Ignored.
They don't care.
Majority of the players quit now. Then Blizzard starts making changes at the end of expansion to save their player base. Hey, we're making good changes. You guys can come back now.
Yeah, it's a cycle every time.
Does this work? Yes, it actually works for the majority of the loyal
short term it works. Long term it does damage, a lot of damage.
The 915 is gonna be great, and you'll come back crawling, you betrayer. That's right. You just wait.
Oh no.
Some manage to leave from this toxic relationship.
Yes.
But many are still trapped.
This is so fucking good, dude.
The cycle is continued.
This is so good.
However, not for me. Today, I would like to share a story with you of how I became the warrior of Chad.
I love his thumbnails with the Sigma male, by the way.
2021. Many of the WoW veterans were already migrating to other worlds.
Yep.
Even for me at the time, I was playing Lost Ark off stream on a Russian server. But the
Soviet Russia
to continue
the
my
fucking anthem.
Journey. I was in a battleground farming honor points, along with the daily messages. Savix, would you ever consider trying Final Fantasy?
Fate beckons.
And I would simply reply with, the game looks bland, and it's unappealing to me. For some reason, I was pretty close-minded in trying Final Fantasy XIV. Then, on that same day, I was reacting to videos because of how boring this honor farm was.
This is so good.
And the video that was requested was called 15-Year WoW Nerds First Impression of Final Fantasy XIV PvP.
Yeah.
My viewers knew I was a PvP fiend, so they threw in a little bait, and it worked. I told everyone that day that I would try Final Fantasy XIV. And with a little bit of push from my friends, I was in. I needed to see what this game was all about. Savix Adventure of Final Fantasy XIV.
So fucking good.
Episode 1
the edits are great.
Started. For a couple of days, I played the game off stream, so I wouldn't have any distractions. I wanted to fully experience and immerse myself into this game. Then, give it a rating, since I've heard so many mixed comments about it. It was a new beginning in this world called EORZEA. The game was not bad at all. It was nothing like I imagined. When I said the game looked unappealing and bland, what was I thinking? This game is a piece of art.
It is.
It was a fresh breath of air. And it reminded me of how fun it is to try and explore in a new game. I did also run into a few problems, such as being way too used to WoW's interface.
That's what happened to me too.
For some reason, I found it very difficult to navigate in this UI, especially the map. I cannot get around Oda. It was a nightmare. Another thing I noticed right away was...
dude, honestly, getting around Ul'dah in the Chamber of Role area, dude, that shit is a nightmare. Like, I remember when I first started, dude, I just got lost. I straight got lost. I didn't understand how the Aetheryte worked yet, and I was like, bro, where the fuck am I? I took that left turn to Albuquerque, and I'm stuck in, like, some weird guild or some shit. I totally get it. I totally get it.
A lot of reading. This game had a lot of reading.
Yes, it does.
And I suck at reading. Honestly speaking, playing this game really helped me improve my reading skill.
That's good.
And slowly,
Good.
but surely, I understood what kind of MMO this was. And I for sure fell in love with it.
Oh, it's
The
beautiful.
little
though.
details it had amused me. Especially the fact that it showed rings when you equipped it.
These
I know
edits are
it's
so
something
good,
stupid,
dude.
But in what game do
Yeah.
rings show? As well as neck pieces. I thought it was so cool. I progressed and learned more about this game every day. I even ended up
Twitania.
watching an hour 30-minute documentary of how this MMO was recreated.
Yeah, I watched it too.
due
I
to
watched
its
it
failure
too.
back in
Yep.
2010. This allowed them
Yep.
to create one of the most epic trailers of Realm.
No lie. I literally watched this trailer and I keep saying it over and over again. When I first watched this trailer, I had no idea what the hell was going on. I knew who Bahamut was from like previous FF games, but like I didn't understand like what was happening. I had no context. I didn't know who the characters were, but just the presentation, the music, the choreography, without even speaking a single word, had me hooked. And I was like, that was it. I was like, that was my first really big oh shit moment.
Born a new beginning.
Yeah,
Even watching it now, it's so epic.
I know.
I've seen this.
By the way, watching Asmon watch this, by the way, because like Asmon kind of walked into this, he didn't really know what was going on. I went back and rewatched Asmon's first time in FF14 stream, and I was watching him like because at first he was, he's doing commentary, he's kind of cracking jokes here left and right, but the moment that like Bahamut comes out and just shows out his big dick, his large PP, Asmon was like,
What the fuck? Oh my god. It's Deathwing. Jesus Christ.
like his tone completely changed. He was like, whoa. I think Bahamut coming out and like wrecking shit was like one of the biggest moments for like new players. You were like, holy shit. They're not messing around.
So many times now.
Yeah. Big PP energy. There
If you
you
haven't
go.
seen this trailer yet, you should definitely go watch it.
I recommend it.
Worth it. And I am so sorry, but I have to pause the video here. From this documentary, I learned how much these developers actually cared about the game and their fan base. I loved how open they were to the audience, and big respect to Yoshi P for not tying down their players to play their game. In fact,
Praise.
in the newer interviews, he was encouraging players to explore and try out new games.
Hell yeah.
Where in my other game that I used to play, I felt like we were being abused.
Yes.
And there was no time
Yes.
for other games.
Yeah.
Not until this moment.
Uninstallafell.
My journey continued throughout the great expansions, and along the way I've met and made so many new friends, and I would like to thank them all from the bottom of my heart for giving me one of the best experiences. We visited houses together, took a lot of pictures, went to the Golden Saucer, raced our chocobos, and my grass-fed organic Omega Boy made me proud.
This is so beautiful,
I'll never
dude.
forget that 12-hour Bahamut run. Oh man, that was a trip. And
Oh
big
my
shout-outs
God,
to
this
Mada
is-
K for teaching me and Miso the legendary fights. I even downloaded Heaven's Fall Simulator to master one of the fights. It actually
need to get
helped me
that.
get so good at landing those. I guess you could say
Hell yeah.
I nailed it. Okay, before we move on, I want to show you guys this mock. Look at it, it's so cool. He's
Oh, the Peepo.
happy. I cannot.
Chat, where do I get this at? I actually need to become Peepo. Honestly, Lalafell Peepo, I am now a React Frog.
Get
I will
over how
become one.
cool he looked. I also had the honors to attend to these beautiful weddings. Congratulations to all of you guys, and thank
It's
you
so
for having
cute,
me.
dude.
And not to forget the jumping puzzles. They are omega fun to do and super addicting.
Wait, where's that
Mother
one
Castle
at?
sucks at this. And last but not least, 1v1 duels. From what I witnessed, Alice was farming everyone as a samurai. Even me. But I got one clean win as a ninja against.
Hey, there you go.
There is so much more to this game than any other. It felt like a complete MMO. I couldn't think of anything that this game did not have. Maybe you guys could answer that in the chat.
Hell yeah.
This game was not about doing laps around Dalaran or Oribos waiting for queues.
Yeah, yeah.
It had so much more, and the social aspect to this game was amazing. Time to time, we would sit down in our FC and share stories, or even talk about life. It's going to sound funny, but I felt so connected to my online friends, especially during the pandemic.
Yeah, no.
And finally, I would like to thank the whole Final Fantasy XIV community for being one of the best communities out there.
Oh my god,
so
this is
far,
so wholesome, dude.
I have not ran across a single toxic behavior. Literally zero. Where in other games, I would receive hateful messages time to time. Hats off to you guys. And I guess the right way to close off the video is giving it my opinion, since that is the reason I started playing this game. I actually have a lot of things I would like to say, but I will keep it short. Starting from the story, I think the story is amazing.
Yeah.
I did my best in this video to not put in any spoilers at all. I wanted to show a lot of epic scenes, but that is for you to try out when you play this game, or if you decide to play this game. It is a very long journey, and it is worth it.
Yeah.
Especially Shadowbringer's ending. There's like a saying for it. If you could go through ARR, you'll love this game. ARR could be the slope that a lot of people have a hard time going through.
I recognize that person.
Is because it's the oldest expansion, and that's the one you start out with. So if you could go through that, the rest is just quality 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
For dungeons and raiding, I think, for dungeons at least, it starts kicking off in Stormblood. From Stormblood, I thought the dungeons were super fun and interactive. For raids, they're all good. Every single expansion, every raid is memorable. The music is 10 out of 10. It sets the tone. When you first fight the primals, oh man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It is so epic.
It's
not over exaggerating.
Yeah.
I thought fighting the primals with that music was one of the best things.
Oh, the music of the primal fight is so good.
This game did a fantastic job of scaling you down into any raid content you would like to do.
That's what I was talking about, It's always relevant. It's always relevant.
Wow, I remember streamers had to do an event like Project 60 or Project 30, whatever you want to call it. We would basically stop leveling at a certain point to downgrade ourselves. But in this game, if you want to do old content with the item level that existed at that time, you could set that up and go through the raid. It's not going to be exactly the same since abilities changed, but you get the idea of how it was back in the day. And lastly, the PvP. I will be completely honest, PvP is probably the least favorite thing I've had in Final Fantasy. I do not think it is terrible. Maybe I'm just used to WoW. As a DPS, I felt like having 1 CC on a long cooldown, it felt bad. I want to keep this short because I could talk forever about this.
Yeah. I haven't done PvP. I don't think I will.
Tanks and healers,
maybe
they are extremely hard to kill in this game.
Oh, yeah.
This is the same as WoW, but you have less CC, and you have to rely heavily on your teammates if you play the 4v4.
I would imagine that like healers are busted.
It almost works the same as WoW.
Holy shit, the BM, dude.
But it lacks the potential of being able to carry by yourself, in my opinion. I think that's the best way I could say it. So personally for me, it is not my favorite thing to do, as well as my goal was to get to level 80, then start PvPing.
Well, Yoshi P talked about upping the PvP content, so that's good.
30. However, you will have a lot of abilities that you have no clue on how to use. So that being said, I will try more PvP now that I'm 80. After my
Savix sussy. Dude, someone else is saying normalized sussy, by the way.
Was the reason why I started playing this game, but I fell in love with the other
stayed for everything else.
I will do more PvP though, I promise.
You stayed for everything else.
I will close it off with, there will be more news about PvP in Endwalker live letter, which is very, very soon. So keep in touch with that if you're a PvP fiend. But for me, I think I'm retiring and becoming a full-time RP player. I know people are gonna laugh at me.
Hell yeah.
Savix rank 1 Red Paladin, downgraded to role-playing Andy. Listen, roleplay in this game
is good.
It's
it's good, dude. It's so good.
Amazing, okay?
Yes.
all the jokes aside, if you're a fan of MMOs, I think you should give Final Fantasy XIV a try.
Hell yeah.
Coming from a long-time MMO player,
Hell yeah.
I highly recommend it. And that is it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for future content.
Hell yeah.
Also, I have a second channel, so if you ever want to watch my older Final Fantasy journey,
there I am, right there. That's the video that he reacted to.
you could go there and check them out. Thanks.
That's awesome, dude. It was so fucking well edited, dude. It was so well. I kind of got like. There's moments where I'm memeing hard and I'm like laughing, and then I kind of got like almost cried for a second because of like the fact that he found peace. He's found peace in this game, dude. It's amazing. That's so good.
I'll play the scene again when I'm level 80.
That's awesome, man.
And I've cleared Ultra. This will be the ending right here. Showing the memories back.
This is such a beautiful, beautiful video, dude. Holy shit. Big thanks to everyone that's been with me in my FF14 journey. Am I subbed on this channel? I am, okay. I am subbed. Oh my god. Alright, the only thing I can possibly think of that would make this game even better is butt sliders. So if you could chop on the butt sliders. But everything else, 100% true. 100% true. I think I have met a few people that on the cuff, they say that WoW players are unfixable. WoW players are kind of conditioned to be a certain way because of the game and that it's impossible. And not everyone's like this, but I've met more than a few people who share this sentiment, and that's not true. I think that the need to be a sweaty competitor to, you know, get the most fun out of the game, like that's an option you can do. You can absolutely pursue that option if this is something that you like to do. But if it's the only thing to do in the game, then that's a problem. FF14 has the option. You can go as sweaty as possible in this game. If you really, really want to, it's there. Or you can go as glammy and RP as possible if you want to. That's also 100% a thing too. And there's no shame in doing either. It is your choice. And I'm happy for him because he, you know, like many of us WoW expats, we ain't got nowhere to go. We tried a few other games, it just didn't click. I mean, I did a few other games and I was like, whatever. It's just not a big, it just didn't work for me. But like this, you come home and you feel that sense of community. Bro, Savix, I'm happy for you, man. I really am. If you've seen this, much love, bro. That was very good.